of our students are blending traditional with online learning. We have over 15,000 credit and non-credit students here at Anne Arundel, and probably about almost 50% of them are taking at least one distance education course. And so when we think of distance education, we're thinking of not only our fully online courses, but also our blended opportunities, which combines the face-to-face and online environment. We have about 9 degrees that are fully available online, 30 certificates, more courses that are available fully online or in blended. And for us, it was like, it's important to make these programs available to our learners, but it's also really important that our learners are successful in the online environment. So we spent a lot of time really making sure that our courses are well designed, that the courses are taught well, and also that our students are supported throughout their e-learning experience. And so I think for us, initially distance education used to be about access. We wanted to make sure that all students had access to high quality programs so they could complete a degree or earn a certificate anywhere, anytime, and any place. I guess in the very beginning it was about distance. Some of our students couldn't physically come to a campus location, and so we looked at ways to maybe make education a little bit more accessible. We started with telecourses. You might remember those days of videotapes, students checking out videotapes from the library, watching them at home, mailing their work to their instructor. And then we had interactive classrooms where students could be in a classroom on this campus and be connected to an instructor at a different campus location. And then we started looking at how we can use technology to, in a more pedagogically sound way, to create a learning environment that is conducive for the success of their students. And so back in about the late 1990s, we started looking at ways that we can deliver coursework and opportunities anywhere, anytime, and any place. So it was about the distance, I think, originally, but really now it's more about the education that takes place in the online learning environment. We believe that a course is a course, so whether it's delivered online or on ground, the outcomes have to be the same, and good teaching is good teaching, and so we're really trying to create a learning environment that is conducive for the success of all of our students. So I think when we look at work with faculty to even begin thinking about developing an online or blended course, we really look at how do they currently teach the classroom, in the classroom. What content do they use? What assignments do they have? What assessment techniques? What strategies? What type of student-student interactions? And then we work with them to say, these are some techniques that really work well for you in your traditional class. How can we make that work online? And then we very selectively look at the tools and features that are available, and we see which ones work best. It's not about using the tools just because they exist, not because there's bells and whistles, but it really is, we select the technology because it can best support that teaching and learning process. When a faculty member comes to us and wants to develop an online or blended course, we work with them very closely. There's required training on how to not only learn how to use the learning management system and the tools and features, but really focuses on the pedagogy. What are some of those techniques that really encourage student to student, student to instructor, and student to content interactions? And through that training, they have an opportunity to storyboard their course, to really lay it out, to see how they might deliver that training in an online or blended format. We also have a strong instructional design team that works with the faculty as subject matter experts to design their courses. So part of it's about the design, and part of it is about how we support faculty once they're actually teaching in the online environment. Not every faculty member, nor is every student really well suited for an online environment, so we want to make sure that the best faculty members who are really, embrace the idea of teaching in the online environment are actually teaching those classes. We have created an Academy of Excellence, and it's coordinated by a full-time faculty member, and faculty serve as mentors. And as part of their role as the Academy of Excellence mentors, all of our first-time online faculty receive a mentor the first semester they teach online. And so we know that there's an experienced instructor with a new online instructor to really help them make sure that they are successful in their online environment as well. And then of course we have support throughout their professional development opportunities throughout the year. And so we really believe that it's important to support our faculty just as we do our students. We work very closely with our Center for Workforce Solutions to develop online training for private industry as well. So, we've worked with, for example, the Bowling Proprietors Association of America to develop an industry certification for bowling proprietors, both locally, nationally, and internationally. And many times companies will come to us and they want to do an orientation for their employees online. And we've also been involved in many grants. Right now we are part of the National STEM Consortium, which is a TAC grant, and as part of that particular grant, we've partnered with industry to help us create our STEM Bridge Readiness Program, and also to provide real-world scenarios so that our students are not only prepared for the content, but they're also prepared for the workplace. And one of the things about that particular grant is everything that we've developed is an open educational resource, which means that anyone can use the STEM content, they can adapt it and adopt it for their own use. And so I think it's been a great project because not only are we using it here, others have adopted it as well. I think what's most important is that you have a program that really looks at online learning from a variety of perspectives. First of all, those courses have to be well-designed. A well-designed course really provides the foundation for student success. And then once that class opens, a faculty member has to be able to teach that course well. They have to be actively engaged with their students. They have to make sure the content's there, the assessment techniques, and then students have to be supported throughout their entire e-learning journey. We find that many of our first-time online students may not know what to expect in their first online course, so we've developed a first semester experience for our first-time online students to make sure they are successful as well. It starts with an orientation. It's followed by a call-out, a robocall, to make sure that they know to log in on the first day of their class, and support throughout the semester, whether it's online tutoring or a virtual writing center or librarians who are embedded in the classrooms to help the students with their research projects. And so I think it's really a comprehensive look at making sure courses are well designed, faculty are well supported, and students are supported as well. And I think those are the keys to success.